We back. Set the dark chat. How you doing, my brother?
Yo, microphone check to let y'all know I'm super duper great.
You great?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. And fellas, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dachopteam. Once again, we do live recording every Sunday at 3 p.m. ish on Sundays, and we drop the shows every Monday at 7 a.m. on all platforms: Spotify, iHeart, Apple II, whatever it is. We're out there. The Dachopteam, right? So we're recording Sundays, but the show drops on Mondays. Just to give you an idea of what's going on here. So if you want to tune in and be a part of the live show, if you want to jump in the comments on YouTube, go to YouTube and search the Dachopteam, and we'll be there.
Let us know what you think. If you don't like what we got to say, even better.
I mean, that's true. We love interaction. And last week was a good conversation between what was it? The Risk of Marriage Part 2. So you check out Part 1 and Part 2 so you get a whole perspective on the conversation. And if you're on the outside looking in, you're probably going to think, oh, they're just so negative about XYZ. If you listen to the whole show, we do say some positive things about it overall. So, yeah. We'll leave it at that. And now, we're back with another topic, and y'all probably looking at it now. Unappreciated kids.
Yep.
Let's see here. So, I have two. I have a boy and a girl.
I have two.
9 and 7. Except the child, you what?
I got two. 18 and 16.
So, you have young teenagers / about to be men at this point.
Basically.
And he came in today, hot and heavy today. I'm sorry, y'all. My doorbell, security's going off. But we're good. We'll fight through it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So, listen.
So, Seth, how did we get to this topic here?
Well, you know what? A number of different things have happened over the last week. And, just my own personal whatever you want to put it. So my son calls me. I'm divorced. My son does not live with me. So, I am that cell phone dad, if you want to call it. What do you call that, dad?
Cell phone dad? I don't know. Distant dad?
Distant dad?
Distant dad,
yeah.
or I guess, because you can't be around. So
basically, listen, to the best
remote,
of my
remote dad.
Remote dad.
Remote. That's
there
what
you
it is.
go.
He remote dad.
Go.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's not like I don't see the knucklehead every day. I try to talk to him a lot, but the only time he actually reaches out to me, one of my knuckleheads, is when, of course, he wants something.
When he wants something. Wow.
Wait, what time of the year are we rolling up on?
Oh man, we roll up on holiday season.
Holiday season. So if you haven't spoken to your son, and I mean more than a 4-word conversation over text messages in, let's say, 2 to 3 months, why would he all of a sudden reach out to you? I mean, I have no idea. I couldn't even come up with a reason he would do it, except for dun dun dun. And bear in mind, you guys hear my voice, all right? Well, I think my voice is. I have a little bit, some tenor. No, I mean, I have a tenor in my voice. It's not low. Okay. My son, on the other hand, puberty hit this mug like a 12 gauge. He comes calling me. Listen, this is a conversation. Dad. Hey, no, I'm sorry. Let me. Hey, Dad, how you doing? I'm in between phone calls at work. I'm like, I'm good, son. What's going on? What's happening? Dad, you been all right? And I'm thinking to myself, son of a. Because you and me both know.
You know where this going.
He was like, well, Dad, I was thinking, I know what I want for Christmas.
Wow.
And I'm like, here we freaking go. All right, son. Yeah. What do you want, son? What? Well, Dad, I only want 3 things.
Now, first you're like, 3 things? Okay, I can do 3 things, but in this day and age, 2021, those 3 things could cost you a lot. Go ahead, Seth.
So I said,
bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. I was like, okay, son, I got a couple minutes. Yeah, so what do you want for Christmas? He was like, well, Dad, I'll take, I really would like a PS5.
Ching, ching.
I like a PS5.
$600.
And you're like, and I probably need another joystick with it.
Another $60.
You know, just a couple games, maybe 2-3 games.
$180.
So I'm like, you probably need to talk to your mom about that because I send her a check every month to cover this kind of stuff, right? He was like, well, Dad, you know, I was going to talk to Mom about it, but she told me to call you.
Funny, right?
Okay. I was like, well, son, I'm going to be 1,000 with you. I'm not buying your PS5. You got a PS4, and I don't know if you've earned a PS5. I just don't know what you've done to make me give you $700 for a video game system. He was like, okay, Dad, well, how about the second thing on my list?
Bum, bum, bum.
And I'm thinking to myself, how much worse can this get? Because I already had to tell my son no on a PS5. Well, he asked for an iPhone 12.
That's about $1,200 to $1,300.
Son of a biscuit. No. So, once again, Dad, I'll take it. If I can't have a PS5, can I have an iPhone 12? Son, if I won't give you $700, why would I give you $1,000? I'm not spending that much on a Christmas gift. Is something wrong with your PS4? No, Dad, it works fine. But all my friends got a PS5 and I just want one.
I want one.
Yeah. No, son.
Unappreciated. I just want one. He didn't give a good reason. He just because I want it.
Yeah.
It's not a need. It's a want.
It's a want. I was like, okay. I said, son, listen, there's no way I can go spend $1,000 on you for Christmas off the rip like this. There's bills to pay and all this good stuff, right? He's like, well, Dad, how about this? Because I really need like a credit card or a debit card so I can buy my own stuff and have my own money.
Flood the gates right here. I don't have a price for that. Flood the gates.
I'm like, so I'm up here thinking, and I hit him with, I said, son, where's your mom at? Well, she's still at work. I said, are you sure she at work and she not sitting beside you pranking me? He was like, no, Dad, I just called you because I wanted to talk to you. And I know Christmas was coming and I wanted to tell you the stuff that I wanted. I said, well, that's cool, Seth. Did you want to know what I want for Christmas? He said, Dad, I ain't got no money. How I'm going to give you something for Christmas?
Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry. Listen, straight up, hand on the Bible, true story. I'm not even exaggerating the situation at this point.
It went down just like that, huh?
Voice and all. And the amount of bass in his voice really do get on my nerve. Oh, Dad, so can I at least get a credit card or a debit card? I'm like, you know what? I'm going to send you the link right now for Cashapp. Install it on your phone. Get your mama to make sure you set it up. And I can transfer you some dollars back and forth. You don't need to ask for that for Christmas. Matter of fact, I'll transfer you enough money to buy me something for Christmas. How's that sound? He was like, oh, Dad, I could do that. Could I spend the money on mama too?
What? Oh, my goodness. So pretty much there's nothing for Dad, right? And at the end of that whole conversation, he's still gonna spend something for his mom. Mind you, you're sending the money every month for him and his brother, and the brothers, both the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And the money that they're getting is supposed to be for the kids only, right? Child support, right?
You would think.
I mean, fellas, listen, fellas, this is a real story out here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever amount of money you have to pay for child support, that's for child support. So if it's let's say $1,200, if you have 2 kids, right? Okay, so that's split it, $600 a piece. So every month, your kids that get the money should get something in the range of $600. Not it should be every month, no, but they should have everything they need. They should have clothes.
Yep.
Should have PS5. You should definitely have PS5. $600. You know what I mean? They should have a PS5. So at this point, I want to be crystal clear too for my fellas out there and ladies. Honestly, if a guy's paying, and we're talking to the guys who are paying child support, not the guys who ain't paying them. We're talking to the guys who are out there paying child support. If the guys out there is paying child support, if he decides he wants to do something outside of that and get something for Christmas, That is his choice.
Yep, it's a gift.
It's a gift. That's a real gift. If I don't buy you a gift on top of me giving you child support every month, because the child support is for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I got paid. Guess what? You're getting it. So that means the kids should be taken care of every month until they 18, 20, whatever the case may be. They should be well taken care of. So they shouldn't be calling me, asking me, can I buy them a PS5 or give them a new iPhone? That's a conversation you need to have with your mom, because I'm going to check every month today for you for that.
Yep.
And this is something that, you know what I'm saying, like you need, and then, you know, like Seth just said, he thought his mother was sitting next to him to prank him. Like, this can't be happening right now. Because it's crazy, because instead of the mother say, don't worry about it, baby, I'm gonna get it for you, okay? XYZ. Oh, call your dad. What do you mean call your dad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dad, like, but dad told me he's paying you every month.
Well, that, and you know this, because while you don't know the exact numbers, you know I take care of my responsibilities, you little knucklehead person. So, but anyway, the reason it's so funny is because, once again, a kid is a kid.
Facts.
They don't, you know what?
Well, he's not a kid anymore. He's more of a teenager, but I get what you're saying, though.
I'm just saying, because you don't actually think of your mom and dad as real people. You think of them as walking paychecks that care for you and give you what you want.
Ooh.
I
mean, true.
So your parents aren't humans. Your parents are resource generators, right? Cool. I get that part. It's not his place to know what goes on between his mother, and myself. Mm-hmm. It ain't his business. But at the same time, once again, parents, once again, these kids are unappreciative. That's coming from the parent side. When I told him he hadn't earned XYZ gift, because your grade, bro, you're not a straight A student. I would really like to see some straight A's if I give you a $700 single item. First off, let me be 100. If you wake up Christmas Day and you got one gift under the tree, you are going to be, will you be depressed, pissed? I'm not even sure. There's no way you want to wake up with one gift under the tree. And, wait, I'm sorry. Full disclaimer, before anybody start talking about dusty and broke, it isn't about not having the money to give. It's about not having the money to give for no reason. Because I would like a Tesla for myself, and I can afford to go and do it, but I have other responsibilities that keep me from doing it.
And also, top of that, once again, the topic is called unappreciated kids.
Yeah.
Right? We're not having a conversation here because we don't have the money or we can't afford these things. It's just the fact that in this day and age, our kids are spoiled, right? Like I said, I have a 9 and 7-year-old, and right now, they both, in their room, have 2 flat screens. My son has one, my daughter has one. My daughter has an Xbox One. My son has a PS4. They have games online. They play each other. They have Fortnite. They play monthly. And if anyone has kids or anyone has PlayStation and Xbox, you pay monthly subscription. Mind you, I have my own PS5 and Xbox. So each month I'm paying for myself, PlayStation, Xbox, pay for my son, PlayStation, my daughter, Xbox. I'm paying for the online service to play online. On top of that, I give them a monthly, instead of giving them money every week or so, every month they get Fortnite. I pay a Fortnite subscription on both of their accounts, so every month they get V-Bucks. And it's some of it's my fault too, right? But as a father, you know what I'm saying, coming from a struggle that I had, right? You know, you want to be able to give your kids what you didn't have, but sometimes it's hard to kind of balance it out because you have it, but you don't want to give it, but you don't want to give too much to it, right? But on top of that, with all that being said, when I ask them about sweeping the kitchen up or picking stuff up off the floor or whatever, there should be no problem. In fact, I should tell you that. Like, come on now. But the thing is, they're unappreciated because they don't know what is it. They don't know what it'd be like not to have it. And it's just the fact, like, listen, I have to break it down to them all the time. Say, there's kids your age who wish that they can have their own flat screen TV in their room and don't have to share with their brother and sister. I'm a twin. Me and my twin brother had to share a Nintendo. One TV. If he wanted to play something, I had to wait. Or if he's playing the game with one player, I had to sit there and watch.
Or if him and his friends got there before you got there, you couldn't play. Because me and my boys were here before you walked in.
I had to sit there and watch. I wanted to play. Doesn't matter. But the fact is that these kids, our kids, not our kids, are just unappreciative of what the good things they had. But continue what you were saying, Seth. Well, I just want to put that part, get peace out there.
And once again, full disclaimer, it ain't about the money. It's about the mentality.
Exactly.
But now this is where people get mad at the dark child. But I mean, honestly, child support, everything that go along with me not being able to see him every day and say, hey, you need to do this to be the man. You need to earn your right to ask for stuff. When he spends the summer with me, I'm on that bumper, fam. But he gets
on that bumper, beep 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 beep. I forgot his name, but salute to him on your bumper.
Mo Lowry.
Matt Lowry.
Yeah. So when he spends the summer with me, I'm on that bumper because I have to try to shove the vast majority of a year of parenting into 2 good months. So you know full well he gets sick and tired of hearing everything I got to say. And then he goes home and he reverts back to normal.
That accountability part.
Yeah, that. But the point being is this, right? Is that for these kids, the question is who's raising these kids? Because if you don't learn how to appreciate something, the struggle, the effort that goes into me doing XYZ for you, how are you going to be willing to take care of yourself, right?
Or anyone else.
And once again, we into the preaching part of the conversation, right? Because that was my anecdotal story.
Right.
But it boils down to
it's a trickle effect to what's going on in the world today.
Yeah.
You're right.
My child has no real idea of the value of $1. He sees nothing wrong with $1,000 request as a Christmas gift at 16 with no intention of buying me something. With no intention of even getting me a pair of socks. He sees nothing wrong with requesting that.
Yeah, that's crazy right there.
You know?
But that's because, and we're not really blaming him because he don't know, right?
Exactly.
Like Seth Darchild just said, who's raising him? Because he doesn't have the concept or the value of money and how things work. So once he eventually is forced out, because I don't think his mom gonna be having no grown man, 21 years old, not in college, doing nothing, laying around the house, eating the food up, and wanting $1,000 and stuff every month. Now he got to work, and he gonna struggle because he don't understand the concept of $1 or understand working. Because the one that actually he's 18, right?
16.
Oh, he's 16. So right now he can get a job now.
Mm-hmm.
Now is that being pushed on him? We don't know. I tell you this: at 16. I was a slow learner to getting out there and get my own money. My mom, one day, let me tell you this story. One day, I was coming back from a field trip, right? Mm-hmm. I'm 16 years old. I come back from a field trip. My mom come pick me up, right? So we driving home. We stop at McDonald's. I'm like, oh, where everybody get some McDonald's? I'm hungry too. Word. We got some food and the application. And I got hired on the spot. So it was cool. I got a job. I worked there. I worked there 5 years straight, and I never stopped working ever since. But the point I'm trying to make is that at 16, my mom made well known, you gonna get a job. My brother was already working. My brother was working before that. He gangster like that. But yeah, I had to get a job. And I've been working ever since, pay my bills, XYZ. But the thing is, I don't think his son, your son, because he's not there to kind of verify that he has that same type of motive of, you know what, if you want things out there, son, you got to go out there and get it. Instead of calling daddy and asking for over $2,000 worth of toys and gift that you can't really do nothing with anyway.
Well, you know, once again, it's the appreciation part for me, and it's because he's not been taught, like you said. At 16, if you don't have a job, if you don't have after school activities, aka football, basketball, baseball, some kind of club, band, I don't care. If you're not doing anything, you should be working. Ain't no middle. I'm not telling you not to enjoy high school. But if you don't have the after school activity, then your after school activity should be a job.
Well, listen, I'm glad you said that. Even on top of that, because I was a high school athlete as well.
Mm-hmm.
I played football and basketball. during football season, my schedule would change. So I wouldn't work on Fridays or Saturdays, depending on whenever I didn't have a game. So Friday, I had Friday night game, I didn't work Friday. If I had a Saturday game, I didn't work Saturday. But I still worked around my school and football schedule. And my job understanding that. So, I was working maybe 5 days a week, but when football came in, maybe 3 days a week. But they understand that. Some jobs will cooperate. McDonald's at that time, they will work with you because people come in and out all the time. So there's no excuse. Even basketball. And I had this basketball practice every certain days of the week. So I found from my coach what days can I not come or whatever. Oh, we don't practice on Wednesdays. Well, I work Monday. I'll work at McDonald's on the weekends because we didn't have games on the weekends, not basketball. Basketball is during the week. So I work on the weekend and probably work Wednesday. But at the end of the day, I still had a job, and I instead of concept of money and earning stuff, instead of turning around and ask my mom for, hey, Mom, I want these new J's. Back then, $200 in J's back in the early 2098, whatever, it was a lot of money for a single mother. My dad passed away at that time, so it's my mom by herself. Just saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm saying, I never had the opportunity to be like, yo, Mom, give me some J. And, the first time I bought a pair of Jordans, No, my mom ain't never spent more than $60 on a pair of sneakers for me in my entire life.
Yeah, why? So you can mess them up 2 weeks later?
I mean, bruh.
Wear them in the mud and stuff?
Stan Smith and Stan Smith were like the high point of my fashion sense when it came from my mom's purchases. You get you a brand new pair of white Stan Smith, you better rock them. So, once again, this isn't that. It's the point being is that $1,000 for a phone. The world has gotten so expensive. $1,000 for a phone is just an average ask, and whether or not I can afford to do it, I work for my money just like everybody else. I personally have never spent $1,000 on my own cell phone.
Right.
What's the point? It's just a piece of equipment.
Matter of fact, I'm still rocking a Note 8, and I have an iPhone 10. Mind you, there is a Note 10 or no, more past 10.
Note 10.
I think it's 11 now, or 12, something like that. They passed the Note 8. If they're
I
passing the
stopped even looking.
Right. And also my iPhone 10.
Note.
Listen, I have an iPhone 10. There's an iPhone 13 now.
Yep.
That his son won. So it's just a phone at this point now. Yes. Exactly. At one point, was that the point where every year I didn't need a phone? I was there at one point. But when you get to a certain age, a certain mindset, like, man, it's the same phone, do the same thing. But anywho.
And that, well, once again, so when we say appreciative, because I've heard a lot of stuff recently from different people where I asked one person, when is your child an adult? In your opinion, in 2020, I asked last year, in 2020, at what point is a child an adult? Because at 17 years old, I was working. At 21, I was still living at home at 21. I was paying half of the bills because my moms didn't play this. You grown, you gonna live in my house, but you over 18. I pay half the bills. I went to college. I was going to college. I had a full-time job. I paid half the bills in the house. Me and my mom, she was not my mom. She was a roommate that could cook and wash my clothes, which no joke. I appreciated that.
Right. Because
I got a girl that would not cook and wash my clothes, and I sure did miss my mama. Anyway, but that was 21. By the time from 22 to 25, before I moved in with my ex-wife move in with me at the time, I lived by myself and I took care of myself. I pay all my own bills. Nowadays, you can stay on your parents' insurance till you're 26. Right? Yeah. Most of these kids graduate from high school at 18. They don't do nothing from 18 to 20. Many of them don't do nothing. They work 18 to 20. They might work at the movie theater.
And then when they work, it's only a couple hours.
That's it.
They ain't working full 8 hours. They want to go out and hang out with their friends.
Exactly. No, when that's what I'm saying. Y'all not appreciative. It's hard in this world. Parents' job is to raise you into adulthood so you can take care of yourself, be a productive member of society. But a lot of these parents ain't raising these kids to take care of themselves, and they're not doing it. They're not gonna. Nobody's willingly gonna take that amount of responsibility. And they just keep wanting stuff as if they're 4-year-olds and 5 years old.
And that's definitely, and that's one of the big problems we have, especially in our community, that when the men are not in the house, you know, the mature men as well, right, who know how to raise their kids to become adults, preparing for the real world, right? Single mother, they raise the kids, right? But they so worried, their main focus, making sure there's food, right, for the kids, making sure that, you know, there's clothes on them, you know what I'm saying? You know, they're in survival mode, right?
That's maintenance stuff.
Maintenance, right? They're in the maintenance mode. But as far as them spending more time in nurture, well, they always claim that women are more nurturer to a certain extent.
Yeah,
but how you getting them ready for the real world? The fact that, I think you told me earlier that you told your son go clean the bathroom, 16 years old, and he was like, I don't know how to do that.
Yo, that's
Wait. My kids, once again, my kids are 9 and 7 right now, but even before they turned 9 and 7, for the last 2 years prior to now, every Saturday, they know it's cleaning time. They get up, before they touch the video game, nothing, they got to go in and vacuum clean the upstairs, the rooms. They got to sweep the steps. And they got also, you know, clean the bathrooms, all that. That is a weekly routine. Now, that's weekly, but daily, they still need to clean after themselves, especially in the kitchen. My kids always like to eat snacks and eat food and stuff. So crumbs, they are required to sweep all the time, and, you know, just clean up, tidy up. Like, I shouldn't have to tell you to clean up yourself, but, you know, they think I'm, you know, the mother and everybody think I'm hard. No, I'm just getting the kids ready for the world. No man wants a woman who do not keep herself clean or clean the house. No woman wants a man who will now take the trash out, right? Now, my son, he's, like I say, 7. So, but guess what? Because I'm in the household and around my kids all the time, I got my son doing push-ups every day. Now, some people think and say, "Oh, why you got him doing push-ups? Just a little kid." See, you understand the mindset of me thinking I'm preparing my son for the real world. I need him to be able to do push-ups now, so at 1, he can take the trash out. That's number 1. He getting stronger in XYZ. You know why? Because secondly, when I start cutting the grass, he gonna push the lawnmower in the front of the house and cut the front of the house. I'm gonna start him with the small stuff. These are things that, as men, I think about going forward. And plus, he needs to be strong as well.
Yep.
I have my daughter. She do squats and sometimes push-ups, whatever, because I don't want her to be a bulky. You know, she'll be a tomboy, cool, and to grow out of it. My wife was a tomboy at one point, but you know, so I still have her do stuff too. But as far as my son, no, I'm on him. That is my goal as a father, to raise my son and my daughter, but it's mainly my son because I'm teaching my son provide, protect, lead. Simple as that. And we're gonna stop there because I'm gonna talk about the things that others will worry about. But right now, as a young boy, I got him doing push-ups because I want to push the lawnmower. I got him doing push-ups to get their trash out and carry it and trash and throw it out. He watched me do it. He see me do it all the time. And I tell him, son, this is what you're going to be doing pretty soon.
Yep.
Pay attention. Here's the bags over here. You take it out, blow it up, push it down, X, Y, Z. It's just the fact that, once again, when the men are not in the house.
Yep. The kids do not grow.
I mean, like he just said, he told his son, go and clean the bathroom, right? And he's like, how I do that? So it's like, wow. So you're in a situation over your mom's house, wherever you're at, and all you do is get up, eat, shit, sleep, and go on your merry way. You don't clean up yourself. You don't clean the bathroom. So when you piss on the seat by accident, do you wipe it up or do you just leave it there?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like this.
No, that's even worse. Have you ever went into a bathroom after a kid? And you?
Oh yeah.
You be like, get your Blake up in here.
Oh yeah.
Who's? Why my
water
bathroom look like this?
Water on the mirror. What the hell y'all doing? Y'all playing the water?
It ain't even the water. Your clothes, your dirty towel. Whoa. Who's supposed to clean up after you in the bathroom? Oh, mom normally handle that.
Wow.
The blank. Do I look like your mom?
Wow.
I'm a grown man. I don't want to touch another man's drawers. And 16 years old, you another man. Get your ass. But the point being, see, okay, this is my gripe. For real, I know we've been joking for like 30 minutes just to get to this point, but the real talk is, these men that are being raised, I hear a lot of complaints from women that are like, these men ain't real men and blah, blah, blah. And I have to co-sign part of that. They aren't. But the question is, who's raising these men that y'all complaining about, right? Because I was raised in a single parent household.
I was too, to a certain extent.
Yeah, but my mom cleaning up, washing dishes, washing my own clothes. I lived by myself for 3 full years and some change. 3 full years. Nobody has to. My house was clean, bruh. Girls come to. You know how you keep your house clean as a dude is that the chicks always want to come to your house.
Facts.
Not just the first time you smash. They be like, oh, yeah, I'll just come by and hang at your house. Oh, I'll just stay over at your house, and they mean this junk.
And they never want to leave. Especially you got the house clean. You got some food in the fridge. I mean, well, as a bachelor guy, you don't got much, and you probably got pop, juice, whatever. Some in the freezer. You probably got the hot pockets and shit, whatever. Something quick.
No,
the point is, but they'll come
old school.
What you had in yours?
No. Okay. You know what? This is a rabbit hole, but we're going down. Listen, when I lived by myself, for my own eating, I lived off Subway sandwiches. I'm be honest.
Oh yeah, you told me that story. You're right. Go ahead.
But grocery shopping for me was 10 boxes of cereal and 3 gallons of milk. So I made sure I got all my vitamins and minerals.
Right.
But at the same time, as far as cooking dinner, I was frying chicken at like 10. Frying chicken? How hard is it to put a roast in the oven for 4 hours? I mean, season it up and put it in the oven for 4 hours. You know what I'm saying?
And got a timer go off. Ding.
Exactly.
Oh, it's done.
Cornbread. I could cook Sunday dinner before I could fry hot dogs. Because my mama didn't teach us how to fry. I still can't really cook a burger good on the stove. On the grill, on the stove, I can't really do it good.
I mean, I can't on the George Foreman grill, or when the flat grills are hot, you flip over, because I worked at McDonald's for years, so that I now do. But like also like getting ground meat, onions in it, seasoning it up, and
but it was easy. It was easier for me to make a roast or some pork chops with some butter beans or black eyed peas and some cornbread.
Make me cornbread. Right now,
then it was for me to go in there and like, oh, let me go ahead and fry up some hot dogs and some French fries. My mind doesn't even think like that. So when girls came on, I was good by myself. When I'm living by myself, I'm like, psst. Oh, girl, I'm gonna come over and fix you dinner. Can you cook? I can cook better than you. Be like, whoa, shawty, you might not want to bark up that tree. I'm a grown butt man. So anyway, but that's it. So when I hit the ground at 19, I had a full-time job. I was still living at home. I'm not gonna lie and say I was out. My sisters were both out the house at 18. They were not, oh, I'm a lazy around, and no, at 18 years old, both of my sisters were gone. I was the only boy. My mom let me stay longer. But once again, you think my mom was gonna pay the rent, the light bill, the phone bill for a grown man living up in her house? Nah. I had a roommate that was willing to do laundry for me and cook periodically.
You had to earn your keep.
And now, for my son to not even know how to wash clothes, that bugs me, because I used to try to teach him how to do it, but if there's no reinforcement, there's nothing that's gonna stick. And ladies, y'all, this is ladies once again. I have to put it out. If y'all don't want the men in the house, at least teach these men how to take care of themselves. If you got boys that you're raising, at least raise them to take care of themselves. Quit expecting some rando girl who ain't learning how to cook and clean either to wife up your son and take care of him. Y'all ain't teaching nobody jack. The girls just as ignorant as the boys in this generation. Can I say that without getting offended? Anybody offended?
No, that's all factual.
Because it's 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old girls who don't know how to do this.
It's the truth.
So, the boys and the girls, our generation wrecked. Wait, and you know what? I'm going to tell you ladies, when y'all going to realize how bad y'all effed it up is when you hit about 45, 50, 60, and some medical issues hit you, and you need your child to be there for you. And you're going to realize you ain't taught them how to be there for nobody, not even themselves. This is what the world is going to.
Are you saying that if you have, let's say you have to live with your kids or something, or
yeah,
and then I could just saying, and then when you live with them and you kind of as the parent, you learn that they don't got this shit together. Like, you ain't got this, you ain't got that.
But you stuck.
And you like, who raised you? Oh, I did. Well, Mom, you never taught me. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine if you have a stroke. You ain't taught your kid to be compassionate. So you got to ring a bell because you got to go to the bathroom and you need your child to come help you to the bathroom. Your child don't know how to help nobody do nothing because you raised them to be selfish, inconsiderate, and lazy. All right? That's this generation. I think you're bringing it right back
to the topic, unappreciative kids.
But it's unappreciative because it's a cycle.
Yes.
You know, you think that just because he'll figure it out. He'll figure it out.
That's the worst thing you can say.
All you can do is hope and pray you never need this child that you raised that is supposed to figure it out. When my mom's got sick, I know how to do what I need to do to take care of my mom's, including picking her up, carrying her to the bathroom. Cause my mom's a cancer survivor. It was really bad. I almost lost her about a decade ago. You will do things that you don't want to do. My son in that same situation, I promise you, I just kill myself. It'll just be easier.
Like, son, don't worry about it.
Don't. You ain't equipped for this.
Right.
And before you say that's boys, nah, because I got nieces and everything. This whole generation, 85% of the kids in this generation are being raised in single parent households. 85 out of 100 for y'all who are bad with numbers are being raised in single parent households. This whole generation is self-entitled, lazy, inconsiderate, and unwilling to do anything for anyone other than themselves.
Let me throw a monkey wrench in this too. Everything you said is on point. But let's go and throw in even married couples too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm married, but sometimes when raising the kids, I gotta try to raise them a certain way or tell them certain things while combating the mothers and grandmas. I understand this. Like, when I'm talking to the kids about XYZ, all thing I need you to do is shut up and mind your business. And I'm said it sounds bad. Like, how could you say that? When the president is talking, he's having a speech about XYZ. Do you hear the vice president, which had to be a woman this year? Do you hear a woman that's cutting like, don't say that? Do you hear him? You ever heard cutting him? Or any president? I don't care if male or female. Any president who was talking on the podium about XYZ, did he ever get interrupted by the vice president? Even if he was wrong, did he get Trump? Did he get interrupted? Anytime he was talking about XYZ, did somebody cut him off? No.
Nope. They should have.
They should have with him, definitely. But the point I'm trying to make is that even if I'm saying something that's wrong with XYZ, let's talk about on the back end, right? Mm-hmm. Don't do it in front of the kids, and then now we have an argument. I'm just yelling, you yelling at me, because it's something I'm trying to raise our kids for the future. I'm trying to be the father, leader, and raise them. There's always when I do things, I do it for a reason. I don't yell and do things just because I'm the dad. I'm supposed to yell. No, I do it for a reason. And if you ask me why, then you may understand why. Oh, that's why you're doing that. Because you're trying. Yes, because I'm thinking ahead. I'm not living in the moment. I used to have arguments all the time with the wife and like, they're just kids. I just tell her. So tell me when they're no longer kids then. Let me know. Tell me the age. Then, because then once I know the age, I'll go full throttle. Tell me what age is that when they're no longer kids. I used to hear that a lot. They're just kids. Okay, well, let me know when they're no longer kids. Guess what? I never got an answer as far as when they're no longer kids.
And it better not be 26.
You know what I'm saying? But these are also struggles that married men have sometimes. And sometimes it could be a headache sometimes because sometimes you don't want to fight. You don't have the energy to try to raise the kids a certain way, and then you got to still fight with the mother and everybody else. And then then there's no way in the world I should be in an argument with you or my mother-in-law when dealing with raising our kids, right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Everything good between us, but because don't yell at the kids. What? Who are you talking to? And I think this society that we're in is all this entitlement. Mm-hmm. It's just this entitlement is the death of marriages. It ain't got nothing but race. Nothing. This entitlement thing is the death of marriages across the board. Mm-hmm. If ladies and gentlemen out there, if your man is no longer not the man that you want him to be no more, tell him then.
Say it. Communication.
Just say it. Just tell me it then. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like, then listen. Then maybe we should not be together at this point. Then, if you feel that XYZ, if I'm not doing it wrong, because I'm doing things for a certain reason. If you feel that way, you know what? Maybe we should do this in separate places because I can't have this type of toxic relationship going on here. I'm trying to tell kids one thing, that I'm arguing with you. It's like I'm doing this for the benefit of the kids, not the benefit of you, right? So,
exactly.
So everything you just said with the single mothers is also still a struggle with even the marriages too. But,
yeah. Okay.
So, but it's just sometimes the entitlement part. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the problem there overall. Just the women out here just feel they entitled to. Well, I can do this. I can do that. If you were doing X, Y, Z, then I wouldn't say nothing. Then.
Exactly.
Like, and then because I hear women, oh, these men out here don't know how to do this, don't do that. Okay, but who's raising these men then? Who's raising these men? This dude out here, the woman just got stabbed 30 times. I want to say it was in New York or somewhere. Lady got stabbed 30 times because a dude turned her down. Stabbed her about 30 times.
Yep.
Who taught that man emotion and feelings, how to handle rejection?
Yep.
It couldn't be a woman because women don't deal with rejection very well. Let's be clear. It just ain't men. But if a woman is raising a man and she's not good with rejection, how's she gonna raise her son to deal with rejection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Message. Because at a young age, you teach your sons and your daughters of, you can't always win. Like when my kids were young and they're playing the game, they lose, start crying. I check them right then and there. I said, no, we're not gonna be crying over no XYZ game. Listen, everyone can't be number one. Mm-hmm. And if you lose, guess what? You don't pout. What you do, you work harder to get better. That means you need more practice. You need to practice more in the game so you can get better at it. So next time, so you can feel better, feel accomplishment. No one owes you nothing at all. No one's gonna be nice to you. Mm-hmm. Just like in the real world today, in 2021, people do not care about you
at all.
People will step on you to get to the top. Just that simple. And that is a fact. So all that, everybody get a trophy. No, that's the problem that we have. That's why unappreciative kids is a problem. Mm-hmm. Think about sports. In today's sports now, in a little age, when they play sports, every kid gets a trophy. Every kid, regardless of the team went 0-11, everyone gets a trophy because they participated. What are you teaching these kids? That regardless if I just show up, I still win. No, you don't. Because once you get in the real world, when it comes to certain jobs, I'm not, because I show up to an interview, I'm supposed to get the job. No, you get outbid. What, you gonna get mad and start crying? Or in this day and age, people get mad and start shooting people now or stubbing people now because they'll not deal with rejection and don't know how to come back, work on my game. Instead of stepping a girl 30 times in the back, you right, mom, you right. I get it. Step your game back, come back later on when you the man, she'll be chasing you down.
Yeah, because that involves hard work.
Oh,
that involves effort.
And that's the problem that we have. Everything, listen, my kids have a great, trust me, they spoil. I just told you what they have in their rooms. Mm-hmm. They spoil. But I still put a lot of pressure on them because I want them to be great. And I need them to understand that you cannot take this stuff for granted. There's a kid somewhere right now who don't even have internet at their house. When the pandemic started happening, schools had to rent out laptops to parents because parents didn't have laptops. And some didn't have internet. So they was renting out laptops and hotspots to people, parents. Mm-hmm. But my kids, they got their own laptops. Which they barely touch every occasionally. They got their own laptops, their own Xbox and PlayStations. Like, y'all spoiled. So, but when I ask you to do something, you should do it just like that. Yes, sir. And don't do it again. Appreciate these things. Because there's kids out there right now who's going through it right now. You think, like, my kids don't know. You know what I'm saying? I grew up from the projects. I don't work hard, everything to the way I got now. My kids will never have to go through the struggle that I had to go through, right? And that's why it's so hard for me to try to balance and pull things out and give them stuff, not give them stuff, because I need to understand that everything is not be given to you in life. People don't care about you. Only people care about you is your family, your mom and daddy, and maybe some uncles, whatever, maybe family members, whatever. Outside of that, people don't care for you in the street. You know why I say that? I can tell you why. Here's a prime example. Rest in peace, Mr. Floyd, George Floyd. That man died in front of millions of people. Mm-hmm. Granted, online. But in that area, there had to be maybe 40 people in that area, right? Out of those 40 people, those 3 cops sat on his neck for 9 minutes straight, right? As man was crying for his mama, who's already passed away. Out of those 40 people that was there, How many of them do you see them come up and try to pull the guy off the cop?
Mm-hmm.
So my point I'm trying to make is that people do not care about you. What they will do is they'll pull a cell phone out and record it.
What wasn't it a lady raped on the train?
Yeah, and men recorded it. And
nobody helped.
Men recorded it. Women were outraged, but no woman even stepped up. No one stepped in to try to break it up. But XYZ, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what the point I'm trying to make is people do not care about you in the world. Only your family do.
Wait, I gotta clarify that people used to care about you, but you get sued for being helpful nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So
the irony in that.
Yeah, I mean, remember
that's true.
It was a guy gave a lady the Heimlich maneuver or something like that, and he cracked a rib or something, and she sued him. You know, and she won. He did crack a rib. All right. You also got people who, if I try to do something nice for you, you take advantage of me doing something nice. It was a guy who was babysitting a girl. He wasn't even dating her. He was a neighbor. The kid was staying with him after class before his mom got home from work. They were not dating. Mm-hmm. She put him on child support. And the government
approved it.
Signed off on it. So this dude who ain't never slept with the woman, is in no relationship with her outside of a platonic friend relationship, ended up paying child support for a kid that was blatantly not his. It was a school age kid before he even met him.
He was doing her a favor because she couldn't pick him up because she's probably a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
Single mother. Because if
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You see a trickle effect there?
And once again, ladies, this is it. Being a good person comes with punishment and consequences. And you might think that's just one isolated incident.
Oh, no. There's a situation where a person got in a car accident. The car caught on fire. The guy ran over there, pulled out the car. Now, no one can pinpoint if the person she was paralyzed, but we don't know it was because of the car accident or how they got pulled out the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, the person's still alive to this day now, but they did sue the person because they blamed the person for how they pulled him out the car. Yep. And they now became paralyzed. So it's like, that guy's probably like, you know what? I could just let you sit in the car and burn to death. It sounds bad, but instead of saying, thank you for saving my life, and, you know what I'm saying, I understand, you know, I can't blame you because I was either going to be dead anyway. Mm-hmm. So I'm still alive now, but because I got pulled out the car and I could blame you, I'm suing you. Now, I don't know if she was drunk or driving. I don't know if somebody hit her. The person who pulled out the car got charged. That's one thing we do know for sure. He didn't get charged, but he got sued. So it's like this, like except that Dark just said. It's to the point now, it's like, is it really risk the worth? Is it really risk me stepping out, trying to be a good Samaritan to help you? You know, this even goes back to where they say black men don't protect women, or men don't protect women, period. Listen, you have to understand this concept here, right? And I'll let stuff go. Mm-hmm. A man can say, "Oh, baby, smile. Don't tell me smile. Don't do this. Give me the third degree. Oh, you busted, bummy, all this other stuff." You know what I'm saying? All I said was touch, smile. You know, I mean, I'll just, okay, I'm sorry. Or you might get hit with sexual harassment because he told her to smile.
Yep.
No, you only tell me to smile. But then if we're out, if a video, a lady was walking to a gas station, going to the store, get some candy, snacks, whatever, and she was getting harassed by some dudes outside. Right, there was, harassing her, just following her, hey baby, whatever. They're just spitting game to her, and just getting a little bit aggressive. And then she talking about, how come you guys here still help me out? Why? Because one minute I told you to smile, you cuss me out. But on two of that, if a man decides he's gonna step in and intervene for you, it could cost him everything.
Yep.
I'm a married man, so if I see a woman getting harassed and I happen to step in and try to protect her, right, because she's being treated unfairly. Once I step in that situation, it can cost me everything. What do you mean cost you everything, Dwayne? AKA Twin Zinc? Well, let's say me and dude get in a fist fight. I'm start whooping his ass, whatever. And guess what? He pull a knife out or a gun. I get shot, get stabbed, get killed. Then what? All she gonna do was, oh, he was a good guy. That's it. But now my kids are now fatherless because I want to step in and help a woman, right?
That you didn't know.
That I didn't know.
Well,
I wasn't trying to get nothing out of it. It was just I was doing the right thing.
Yep.
But once again, if I say, hey, smile, don't tell me to smile. So at this point now, men are shut down. Like, I ain't saying to her. Go ahead.
once again, and everything you just said, and it goes back. That's that appreciation. I'm trying to show you attention. You can't appreciate it because you don't want it from me. That's fine. You're unappreciative. I just want to say one thing. We all know how it happens. A lot of people walk around, in my opinion, thinking that they live in a vacuum. Once again, an unappreciative child. I'm not the only one who saw that unappreciative, and it doesn't. Whether it's my child, whether it's your child,
facts.
I'm not the only one that saw it.
Yeah.
Now with the world that we're in, everything's videotaped. So when I see a dude try to pull you from a car and you see him, oh, well, that was just that one video. True, one video. How many views did that video get? 15 million people might have learned a lesson from that video. Mm-hmm. All right? So what? Don't think that these are isolated incidents. No. The wise man, and this is where the world is coming to, once again, the wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Only the fool wants to make his own mistakes.
Message.
All right? So the wise man sees you do something stupid. If it's not smart for me to be there for you, I'm not going to be there. If I come up to you and say, hey, Miss Lady, I'd like to change your life. I'm the kind of guy that wants to take you out and do some good things for you. Hopefully we can move forward together and have a great life. I don't need no man. Okay, you might have said that, but you know what? Every dude that watched that video,
facts,
they might disregard the context. They heard a woman say, I don't need no man. How many views did that video get? 7 million. Let's say it's 7 million, and it was had to 3 million dudes heard you say that, and they listened. And if it was only being said one time, that's one thing. But bruh, y'all done said it enough that it's part of our basic vocabulary in America. So anyway, once again, we always keep talking about this unappreciative. Y'all, the kids are being raised to just want without putting in any effort to get. This is not boys and girls. I mean, this is not boys. This isn't about girls. Boys and girls are growing up into people who are unappreciative of the effort it takes to accomplish adult stuff.
They're unappreciative and what's the word I've been saying the whole time? Entitled.
Entitled. They think that mommy and daddy will buy me this. Mommy and daddy does this. Mommy does this because daddy ain't there. So let's be 100. And everybody should do it for me. And if I tell you no, you want to act entitled. If I do it for you, you can barely say thank you, and you can't even smile at me.
And actually, this right here is still on topic about the unappreciated kid. Mm-hmm. I think when it does come to the separation part between the parents, regardless of the situation may be, mm-hmm. the kids need to be aware of what's going on.
I believe that too.
I believe
no more not telling them.
Yeah, I think they need to understand that. Listen, me and mommy ain't together no more, but daddy's gonna give $1,200 a month each month to us to help protect us, even though he's not in the house with us.
I actually think you need to tell them too.
Yeah,
mommy and daddy aren't together anymore because daddy found a new girlfriend because mommy was holding out.
That part I will wait on.
No, but the point being is that it's a lot of folks. My daddy just left and he ain't never talked. No, I left because your mama made me leave.
Now that part, I agree. That conversation need to have. Now, depending on the age,
I'm still thinking you got to do it.
No, you got to have, but okay. Maybe at the beginning, tell them mom, dad got whatever. Yeah. But then revisit our conversation when they're a little bit older, a little mature.
And I ain't talking about a lot. I mean, like, you need to gauge your kids because you might need to tell them at 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Don't be waiting until they 25 and 28.
No, because
trying to fix it. No,
because at that point they don't say F mommy or F daddy during that time frame and come realize daddy wasn't a problem or mine wasn't a problem, right? Whoever the parent may be. Yeah. So, but I'm saying that when it comes to that part, the kids should definitely know what's going on. So, as a father or either mother out there, because this mother's out there paying child support too. Yeah. For either parent, I'm being nice today. But I'm saying that their kids shouldn't call them and ask them for outrageous things like, oh yeah, I want an iPhone and I want a PS5, right? But you didn't call me and tell me how school's going, how's your grades. You ain't talk to me about, hey, Dad, I need birds and bees, or hey, what do you recommend for schools or trades. No, you only come when you want something, which is, I get it because it's kids, but I think the conversation need to be told up front. The kids should know that, hey, daddy's paying this money here, which is for your survival, and that's what child support is for. Child support is for your well-being. Mm-hmm. So he should never got that call because he should be like, "Mommy, Dad's paying you $600 a month. Can I get $300 this week and then $300 next month, and then so I can get XYZ for me?" And that's gonna keep her accountable too, instead of buying cars and stuff that she should do on her own.
Well, yeah. See,
I know.
We don't want to get granular, but we chopped this up in the past.
I know, but I'm speaking on the kids part, dog.
I hear
the kids need to understand what the parents they should know what the parents are paying.
Yeah.
Now they won't sit there and be like, "Dad, you was never there for me." Yeah. Well, no, son, I wasn't there for you because I had to pay $1,200 a month and I still live. Like, because then you have a conversation with son. Granted, yeah, I wasn't there as much as I wanted to be. Right, you're right. I wasn't there. Mm-hmm. I have to eat that, right?
I do.
But I gave you $1,200 for you and your brother each month, right? That's money every month going to you, right? You understand that? Yes, sir. All right. You do understand that I still have to live for myself, right? Mm-hmm. I still have to get a house. I still got food, clothe myself, and drive to work back and forth. No one's giving me money. Do you understand that concept? Mm-hmm. No one's giving me any additional money for me to survive. So I have to pay for my well-being, where I'm at, and still take care of you, which I have done. Or you know what? That I'm forced to do because it come my check regardless. So regardless, whatever it may be, you get that money every month regardless. Mm-hmm. But I still got to maintain this up here. Do you understand that concept? All right, cool. You know math? All right, let's do the math here. Exactly. If A equals B, subtract C, D. You know what I'm saying? Do you have a conversation and they're like, then that's teaching the concept of money. Yep. Like, oh, wow. So, dang, Dad, you was still doing that and you was doing that? Wow. Right. They may have more appreciated for why you weren't there. Most people want to be there. Most fathers want to be there. Most mothers want to be there. But if you have to work to survive on both sides, you got a gun to you. I got to go to work because I need to survive. I got to go to work because I got to make sure you and your brother are taken care of because y'all need XYZ. No one's looking out for me. But I'll let me plan there. Like I said, I just want to make sure the kids should know. That's my whole thing. Kids need to know how much the parent is and XYZ. I don't feel like, no, it shouldn't. No, kids need to know.
I think we should do a show about that. Okay. Because you know what? We've done a show. We've done a show talking about who benefits.
Yes.
We've actually had a show about where does the money go.
We did.
So it isn't just our benefit. Like you give the money, regardless. I'm not saying it doesn't matter how much. I've learned this from my own thing. You can't give people enough money.
Never enough, right?
If
enough.
I gave you $500 a month because I wanted to, eventually you're going to need 510, 550. You're going to need it because free money just disappears.
Facts.
I've seen that.
Oh yeah.
But I think we do ourselves a disservice. I think, and it's still about appreciative. I think making people think that they could get something for nothing or simply for asking, we do ourselves a long-term disservice because your children need to understand that no father that's paying child support, regardless of who he is, no mother that pays child support is dusty, is a buster, is a bum. If I am willing to get up every day and go to work and make the money just so they can take it out my check and send it to your mom, I am not beneath whatever you think I am. And you need to show respect for that. And if you can't respect a parent enough that's taking care of you, even if it's from a distance, you're not going to respect people standing right in your face.
Facts.
You know?
You gonna feel entitled. Facts.
And I think we need to do a show. I think that needs to be discussed because these kids, when is it the right time for you to educate your children about financial realities? And I'm thinking
right away.
I'm thinking 10, 11 years old.
My opinion, it should be an ongoing process.
Yeah, but when does it start? 7 years old don't need to hear it, but 10?
Well, 11? No. Listen, the conversation should begin with money whenever the kids start asking for money. And also, if they want V-Bucks, that costs money.
Yep.
You need to break it down so they understand the concept of money. V-Bucks is not free. I don't have unlimited supply of V-Buck money sent to the side. Let me break it down the equation of, they need to understand math, because they at the same time, my kids are learning how to count, add, and subtract. So when it comes, matter of fact, when the kids start learning how to add and subtract, that's when the conversation should happen. There we go, right there.
First grade.
So that's when the conversation we have, because they learn how to count. And that's something they need to know how to do for the rest of their life. So adding, subtracting, dividing, decimal, all that, that's when you have the conversation about this is what dad's paying, write it down, subtract it, so you can learn and understand the concept of money.
It's not just dad's paying.
Mom or dad.
Well, no, this is how much the light bill is. So when you leave the lights on, this is how much the water bill is. So when I tell you to turn off the water, I'm trying to have this money available for you to get ice cream. You want ice cream? Turn off the damn water in the bathroom.
Shoot, that'd be a great training on how to do problem solving. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, listen, you leave the lights on, you leave the water running. Well, guess what? And if they can instead of they paying $150 on electric, if you turn the lights off, we're not using it, my light bill can only be maybe $100. Well, guess what? That's $50 that I can go back and get some more V-Bucks for you.
See?
Yeah, see?
I'm going to talk to you offline. Dude,
Not V-Bucks. I'm just saying. I'm just giving an example.
Stop spending real money to buy fake money.
Ain't that funny?
Don't do that no more.
Listen, well, come on now. The money we got now is fake too. You know what I mean? They print out money with no.
It's a technicality in there somewhere.
Listen.
Because I know what Robux is. I don't know what a V-Buck is, but them
Robux, it's all same thing. Reebok, VC, all that, all same thing. But the thing is that, we're in America, we're $1 trillion behind debt. But in the last 6 months or last year or so, we had stimulus cut for these millions of dollars that we're in debt. So where the money come from? I mean, I know those trees are going missing, but there's no value back in it. Gold and silver, people. Gold and silver. Get you some. But I'm done on that tip.
We should stop. We all down the rabbit hole, but listen, seriously, ladies, gentlemen, parents, teach your kids the value of money.
Facts.
And make it so that they make them appreciate the effort, because honestly, I'll be 1,000, right? If you sell your life to these corporations.
Facts.
So them 40 hours that I put in at my job, not counting travel time, that's time I will never, ever, ever, ever get back.
Facts.
Nobody, and I this is for y'all women who want red bottoms and Birkin bags. Nobody should feel comfortable thinking that you deserve my money. My children definitely shouldn't, because their continued existence is an ongoing financial drain. And the only way for me to make money, I basically sell my time that I will never get back. You need to show a little bit more appreciation for a resource that is literally going to take from me something I will never get back. And I don't think, once again, the people who raising these kids ain't having certain conversations. That got to stop, or start, however you want to look at it.
Definitely to start. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning into the Chop Team. I hope this conversation you was able to pull something out of it. Go ahead, leave some comments below under the YouTube or on the podcast, or go follow us on Instagram, the Chop Team, Twin Zinc, Incept Dark Child. Slide in our DMs, let us know how you feel. We definitely love to have the open dialogue. If you want to join the show, let us know. Send us an email, thechopteam@gmail.com. Anything else said before we bounce out here?
I think this was a learning experience. I hope someone has something to say, positive or